Welcome back to Aska. Another beautiful day in the winter. This is Future Flash. It had to happen at some point. I had a technical issue, so the start of this week's episode, or this part of this week's episode, yeah, my audio wasn't working correctly. So I've managed to recover what I can. And I'm going to add a little bit on the end as well, because it'd be a very, very short episode otherwise. So in the last episode, as you know, we got attacked by the Blood Moon and lost a couple of villagers. It wasn't as bad as I thought it was at the end. So Grumpy Flash has gone. However, because they destroyed our Gatherer's hut and our hunter's hut, poor graves, we had no food coming into the village. This is bad. So we had a few villagers dying of starvation because we had no food. Because again, as I said at the end, when a building's destroyed, you lose all of the resources that are in the building. So we had no food. I did my best to get what we could. I went out and hunted some wolvars to get some meat, so we could at least get the barbecue going. But not enough, not quickly enough. So I think we lost 6 villagers in total. With the wolvars I've hunted, we've managed to stabilise. We've got the hunter's hut back up and running, so they're now hunting again. We've put a gatherer in place again, and the farmer was one of the ones that died, so we've replaced the farmer as well. So that should be bringing in some food now. So in this episode, we are going to carry on trying to get our new industrial area up and running. And to that end, we will be building the bloomery and another workshop hut, so we can have the metal worker and the carpenter up near the mine where they're needed the most, and that will be able to start getting us the more advanced weapons, tools, building products that we need. We also need to recover some of the villagers that we've lost. So, to that end, I will carry on from where we were, and I'll talk to you soon. Right, another day of just trying to get things back on an even keel. We've lost quite a few villagers, as you can see. Just starving to death. That was caused by having my hunter's hut and my gatherer's huts both destroyed, so we lost everything food wise. So trying to recover that now, but obviously because it takes time to get people back in and to get food organised again, we've lost 6 villagers to starvation. Not the cold, which is what I thought we were going to lose them to. My plans for getting them all clothed worked, but food source, like I say, because a hunter's hut and a gatherer's hut, looks like a gatherer's one of the ones that died, so let's put somebody else on that just now. Right, Bjorn can go on there just now. Yeah, put Bjorn on there just now. So, in the meantime, like I say, we've been gathering a little bit of resources. Is there any food left for me? Yes. We've flattened out an area up by the mine, cleared some trees, flattened it out. To put in our workshop, which I'm going to put in. This fitted before. There. That will take the iron that's made in the bloomery here and create some tools and weapons using the coal that's here as well. I'm also going to put the carpenter's hut up here, so that actually the carpenter's hut would be better off down here, wouldn't it? Yes, we'll put the carpenter's hut on this. No, don't want my inventory, I want that. So I was going to put the leather worker down here, but I might put the... Oh, I've got to have the metal worker first, so I've got to wait for that one to be built up there. Actually, I've just thought I can go straight to level 2 on this, can't I? So let's dismantle that. We build workshop pit number 2. Rotate that so that it fits nicely. And I'll just build it straight to level 2 then, rather than level 1 and then have to expand it again. I need to warm up again. And then I need to go and find a lot of Jotun stones, because we need lots of villagers again. I might as well go and sit in my house and warm up there. Also recover some of that health and get my rested buff from in my house. So you see the little green house marker that tells me I'm in my house. I've also got the fire icon to tell me I'm not getting warm, and then the I think it's eyelashes to say that I'm sleeping. And there you go, I get the big lightning bolt to say I've got my rested buff. I've also got the 2 arms for food and water, so we're fairly buffed up at the minute. Just recover a bit of this health. And go and grab some more Jotun stones. Right, get her in the house as quick as we can. And she wants to be a farmer. Right. Ah, we have nobody on the farm, so there's handy. and grab some loading stones. I killed these wolves over here, so we should be able to mine these without too much hassle. See how much easier this is when you've got the buffs. Ooh, 4 out of that one. That's pretty good going. Oh, and there's a wolf. Right. Thought I'd got all the wolves, but obviously I missed one. So, oh, I haven't got a knife on me. Have I got the stuff on me to make a knife? Oh, I just need a stone. I can find one of those. Seeing as I've just destroyed a load over here, so I'll pick some of those up. Make myself a new stone knife. Oh, I'm going to make blades, haven't I? And then I can make a stone knife. And I can harvest this wolf to get some more meat for the villagers. Just harvest these chunks down to meat. Easier to carry. I've got everything from that? Yep, right. Let's get the actually open stone. Let's go and get another villager on the way then. And warm up by the fire, which has gone out again. No fuel. Let's go and grab some coal. Because we are freezing to death again. Right, might as well cook some of this meat while we've got it. if you leave stuff in the barbecue too long, it does turn into coal, by the way. So just, if you're going to cook stuff, keep an eye on it. So especially in the barbecue. In the cookhouse, it's not too bad, it'll just stop cooking. Deposit those. Right, quick bonus section as promised. One thing I wanted to do was add in a warehouse. So if we get attacked again, hopefully we can defend the warehouse and not lose all of our resources. So what I'm going to do is, we go to this section here, we have warehouse. Again, quite a large building, and I want to put it about here. It's close to my crafting area and to the village itself, so that it's got access to everything that we're going to want. I will want a road down through that clearing at some point, so I want that off to the side, about there. So if we get this built, now the warehouse stores anything that your resource gatherers can collect. You can store in a warehouse, and once we get our outposts sorted, they transport things from warehouse to warehouse via the market stalls. So hopefully our builders will help us get that. Have we got some more Jotun stones to get another villager in? No. The other thing I wanted to put in is compost. As you see here, our farms are saying no compost in inventory. So how do we get compost? The easiest way, if we go to the build menu and advanced production, we have an outhouse, which is exactly what you think it is, and we put that. It doesn't want to be near the village because they don't like it. They like using it, but they don't want to live next door to it, which is reasonable, I guess. So we'll put that near the farm there, so that again, that will give the farm compost, which helps everything grow that little much better, as it does in real life. So queue that one up. So let's, that wants 3 stones. We've got stones, or we should have. The builder's just taken 1. Yay! We have survived winter. So things will now get easier anyway, because we're now in spring, so we're not having to constantly worry about freezing to death. Right, so this is the basic part of the warehouse, and in here, again, if we go to the build menu and the storage, we can add in things like water barrels, food silos, stick storage, bark storage, all that good stuff. So I want long stick storage as part of it. I also want to put in some log storage, so we're storing logs just in case. So So put that on the other side, as well as seeds. Where's seeds? See, as you can see, there's a lot of things that you can store in this. Seed storage. That's because I'm not stood on the warehouse. So we can put that in there. As long as you keep this central bit free. Well, it won't let you build in this central bit, I think, but we can put quite a few bits and pieces in here. What else do we need? Some raw food storage might be a useful idea as well. And tools. No, we'll leave tools alone. So we can pin these recipes as well, and they will get on with that. A farmer hard at work. Lots of flax again now. Not flax, fibres. I need to eat and drink. Do we have any food in storage? Yes, we do. Right, let's have... I want another one. There we go. So, in the next attack, we need to make sure we keep the warehouse nice and secure. This we can expand as well, so we can store more things. You can have an extension on each side. You can also give it a roof, but the roof technically doesn't do very much, just makes it look pretty. But the extensions will be useful once we get more and more things starting to build up. What do you need, Adele? She's exhausted. She's homeless. Why is she homeless? Let's sort that out. Structures. I've got loads of space. I thought I'd got everyone housed. There we go. That was our farmer. So, the other thing I wanted to add in, back up by the mine. Keep running out of stamina. Right, our new workshop is built. What we want to add in is the blacksmith. Not there. So if we go to the menu, we want our metal worker. Build that. And rotate. Which way we want it facing? That way. Overlapping with obstacles. What's that? Oh, garlic. Right, let's harvest that then. And then try that again. Metal worker. Build. Rotate, so the plus is there, and there we go. Flatten this area out. And there we go. So we'll supply the bits we've got. So the metal worker will take the iron ore that comes out of our mine. That then gets converted to iron in the bloomery here, using the coal from... oh, that's been damaged. Let's fix that as well. From the coal maker there. And that makes our basic iron weapons and tools in this. So we need to assign someone to that once we're ready, but we need to get a few more villagers in because we're down to 11, and I need a lot more. So in between episodes I will be going out and getting a few more villagers, but that's just a quick update on where we are. Right, I'm going to leave it there for today. This episode we've survived winter miraculously. We've lost a couple of villagers due to starvation, which we've now fixed with getting our food production back in order. We've rebuilt all the disaster, and we've now started to add some more infrastructure to the village. So we've got the warehouse over one shoulder that we're building to have extra storage for some of our resources. We've got the outhouse, which is the little dome in the background, which will give us compost for our farm and make our farm more efficient. And up the hill, just through the trees, you can just about see up there there's another building getting made that's highlighted in orange, is the blacksmith that we are putting in on the other crafting house to start making the iron tools and weapons. So in the next episode we will be focusing on getting those tools made and getting our iron production up and ready, finally hitting the Iron Age, which will make life a lot easier for everyone. We can start harvesting the birch logs, we can get the carpenter up and running to make more secure structures and better housing, and then we can start putting our defences in place as well. Off camera I'm going to be getting a load more Jotun stones so that I can get in quite a few more villagers, because we're putting all this new infrastructure in place. We need new villagers to put in for those as well. So that's going to be our next episode, is hitting the Iron Age with a lot of new villagers and getting all that production up and running. Now we're in spring. We still have to watch out for cold spells a little bit. As you can see, my blue meter is quite cold. But things will start to improve and we'll work from there. So thanks again for watching, and we'll see you in the next episode. Cheerio!